Oops. Gotta send the invite right now.
Usually helps.
No, it doesn't. Sometimes it actually does worse. I was looking at that. Right. We'll play together. Yeah, I didn't hear your message go off, so I didn't see it.
That's all good.
And then by the time I saw it, I was eating some early dinner / lunch. Alright, invite out. Pepsi. There we go. Okay, as you can see, we're zooming along. So,
I mean, all I see is a loading screen as a tip. There we go. Nice, you were at.
You at Asalia. Farewell for now.
I see. So the angels of Crucius were really half-elves.
Please don't tell anyone about this. We don't want to start a panic.
Indeed. Especially now
Wait,
that
did
the
something
Tower
happen to
of
Colette's dad?
Salvation is gone.
I think it's upstairs with her.
I wouldn't dare tell people the truth.
I mean, that's all I can assume.
Tower of Salvation?
Did we ever see him again? I don't remember.
The tower disappeared from the eastern sky.
We'll probably see him if we, like,
along
walk out
with
and walk
that
back in.
monster.
How could it disappear?
I don't know. The Chosen never completed the ritual of regeneration. The Crucius core system, which controls the appearance of the tower, may have malfunctioned. It is of little consequence.
No, it's not. It's a tremendous shock. After a giant earthquake sunders the land, the symbol of salvation vanishes.
Why? Lots of other Chosen have failed up till now, too.
The others have paid for their failure with their lives, but Colette is still alive.
When people are suffering, they feel the need to place the blame on someone.
It is not fair to Colette.
Even though it's
I'm
our
gonna go
fault that
see
the
what's
tree
going
went out
on
of
in the
control.
village.
I'll go too.
I mean, honestly, I think she'd be
Let's all go
fine.
together,
I mean,
then.
apparently no one knows what she looks
Sounds
like
it's
here.
a bit sketchy for you to be walking around by yourself.
Oh yeah, every
I'll
other place,
stay
like only
here.
Celia
Go
knows
on.
what she looks like.
Yeah.
Is she upstairs? Lloyd, how about giving me the chosen some? Okay, so she is upstairs.
But that was Genus. That wasn't Lloyd. See?
I know you're inside of there. You can't fool me. You never played Diablo 3, huh? I know how much you like Jennifer Hale. She's like a main character in it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she's she plays Deckard Cain's grandniece. Instead of asking Colette to do everything, is there anything we can do? Oh, the children sure do know what to say.
Want some chocolate?
This is an outrage. Those who were banished returning without permission. The chosen failed atrociously. It's the end of the world. Well, he certainly hasn't changed. Excuse me. And on top of all that, people we thought were elves are actually half-elves. I bet you were the ones that led the designs here to attack this village. What do you mean? I mean, yes, the world is literally falling apart, Mayor. It's horrible. Doesn't matter if he's a child, he's a half-elf. I've heard enough from you, now listen. It's true that the Professor and Genus are half-elves, but so what? There are good half-elves just as there are bad humans. What does a kid know? You were raised by a dwarf. It's no wonder you caused the Chosen to fail her journey. This dude's a douchebag. Excuse me. What? That's enough. You're just complaining about everything. Does any part of you besides your mouth even work? Oh! Talking about impotence. You criticize and attack people for their birth and upbringing, things they cannot change. It is you who are not human.
Transforms right there.
Oh, shit! I have a duty to protect this village. Isn't that right? Someone say something. Genus is the smartest person in this village. She even knows factorizations that you don't know. The professor is scared when she's angry, but when I know their answer, she's happy too. Lloyd isn't any good at school, but he's the strongest in the village. He saved me when I was attacked by monsters.
He just leaves it like he's not any good at school. Doesn't even finish it, just like...
Oh, that kid's brutal. Rain! Shut up, you children go away. Those children understand the truth better than you. Who do you think you are? It's not just you. Everyone shoved all the responsibility on the Chosen and Lloyd and the others. What have you done? You haven't done anything. We are powerless. Yes, but even powerless, we can still aid the Chosen and her companions when they return exhausted to this village. Mayor, your words are so shallow that even a child can see through them. Even though you two at the beginning of the game were being mean to us. You say that you're powerless.
Is it just me or is the back of that guy's pants are kind of weird?
It's like his shirt is like has a really long back part to it, and it's like in the shape of a butt. So it's kind of funny. But when push comes to shove, you turn and blame her. That's just too much. For Cestus is dead. There are no more restrictions upon this village. We will take in the Chosen and her companions and the people from the ranch. And Mayor, we're not going to let you say a word about it. Yeah. Everyone, are you sure? Excuse me, sorry. I'm a half-elf, remember? But you were raised in this village. And Lloyd is like a member of this village, too. Thank you, everyone. Fine, do what you want. Crucify the mayor! I must apologize, too. You saved me, and yet I couldn't bring myself to accept it. I heard at the ranch about how you were kind to Grandma. Thank you. Thank you, Chocolat. I'll always remember Marble for the rest of my life.
Gina's cuts in there. Marble, no!
Sorry, he still has Vietnam type flashbacks to when it happened. He was really traumatized. Like he's just in the fetal position on the floor.
You know, I kind of wonder something.
What's that?
Well, they always refer to people as being half-elves, right? And then she uses a stigmata about it. What if they say, no, I'm half human instead? Like, that's how they refer to call themselves. Would people be more accepting of that, do you think?
Well, I have to, because you said stigmata. Stigmata is whenever hands appear on your hand like Jesus, like you have the wounds of Christ. Stigma, which is what you're referring to.
There we go. Yes, thank you.
It was like the stigmata. I mean, but the stigma. I'm probably not right because like they're still racist. Even if they call themselves half humans, it'd be like, well, what's the other half?
I suppose, but I mean, like,
maybe.
I'm thinking that if they go along the same lines, because I mean, every place that it's happening is a human populace, you know?
Yeah.
That's all. Granted, it's all hypothetical, but
yeah, I don't know why they're so racist. And well, yeah, I don't know why they're so racist. It's like half-elves are hated by elves, they're hated by pure-blooded humans, and then they sort of became a dictatorship that kind of turned humans into farm animals. So
yeah,
instead of making the world better, they sort of made it worse.
Does it ever bring up any information how humans and elves feel about each other in this game? I can't remember.
Maybe it does a little bit in Heimdall. I know that it was always like forbidden. Like elves didn't really think highly of humans because they misused magic. Or like only elves could use magic, and like it was like forbidden to show humans to their secret arts and stuff. I vaguely remember something about that.
No,
and
I mean,
it was like the
can't use magic anyways unless they have some sort of elven blood within them.
Yeah. Well, Kratos can
use
it.
Or you have a Crucius crystal. I believe is the other requirement.
I don't know how he's able to use it. I think it's because he has Ionis in him, the elven mineral.
That could be, yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta go back to Colette's house. I was like, what was I doing again? Hello, beauty of Silver.
Sounds like.
Well, I gotta talk to all the lady. Oh my, you surprised me. She's a teenager. Yo, future beauty. You're a funny man. Acquired bread.
Take this bread.
I know how much you guys like bread. Nobody's in here. Hello, you are such a charming woman. Oh dear, oh my.
Was there a gag in this game where Zealous and a few others from Tetela think that something that Silverhunt Group does is like tradition?
Now that you mention it, something like that sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like I thought about it just now. I was like, that sounds right, but
I feel like that's
picture.
from a movie.
It probably is, yeah.
What? But I'm trying to think of what the movie is. Where it's like, I don't know, like, here we brought you. So, oh man, now I'm seeing this image of something like that in my head, but it's not from this game.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
It's either a movie or a cartoon that does it.
Yeah, you're probably right on those things, but I can easily picture Zella's like handing Lloyd a bunch of stuff and like, here, take it. Oh, I know where it's from.
Oh, what is it?
Bugs Life.
Oh right, because well,
Must be an ant thing.
yeah, must be an
circus thing.
He gives him the thing like, what's this about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think we got our wires crossed. But I see for sure what you're saying. They could have had something like that in here.
Yeah. Like, it must be a silver ant thing.
That's what the bread can be. Are you alright? Here, let me heal you. I thought
Stuck looking.
That's which way does he always look?
He just
oh look, yeah, he doesn't.
like...
It's weird that he has a mustache.
Is that all you needed?
It's weird that he has a mustache, because you couldn't really see it on the GameCube version.
Yeah.
Makes him look way older. Yeah, they're back at the front of town. I thought we were just past there.
They didn't go far enough. Like when you go far enough out, they quote unquote spawn.
Oh.
Or they're just standing there and you just didn't go far enough down.
That's funny. Colette, are you alright now? Yes, I think everyone... Yes, I think I'm sorry for making everyone worry. I have accepted a request from Phaedra and Frank to escort the Chosen to your father's house.
And don't worry, I charged them a pretty penny again.
But the whole village is in shambles. How could you do that? You don't even need money.
I'm a mercenary. That's what I do.
Kratos, we both know you're full of shit. Grandmother said the dwarves know the most about Crucius crystals. I see, yeah, they probably do. Then I'll go with you. I should visit Dad every once in a while. Yes, you do that. After I deliver the Chosen, I will return
in
to
the
Crucius.
distance. You went to the ranch!
Oh god, not that again. But what about Sheena? I've requested a message be sent, so oh my god. She should rejoin you soon. Gotcha, then let's go back to Dad's place. Yes, let's do that. The cursed sword of Nebulum. It gives me chills just looking at it. I mean, one of them is like a weird tentacle thing that's wrapping itself around me. It's really admirable of Abyssian. What's wrong, Persea? That disturbing sound, can't you hear it? No.
I sense a disturbance.
Oh, the snail po thing. If Colette can't hear it, it must be your imagination. I suppose you're right. It must just be my ears. What a weird sentence. That Forcesis guy was a little different from the other 5 Grand Cardinals. He was a design hero who once killed every member of a group of humans.
Granted, that group only had 2 members in it, but nonetheless.
And they were both children. They were leading a massacre of half-elves. It is said that he was full of knightly virtue, kind to his companions, and a fierce god of death to his enemies. From a human point of view, he's a horrible villain, but to the half-elves, he must have been a true hero. Yes, that is why war is so tragic.
War
never changes. To win means to make victims of your opponents. If Forcesis had been born in a world where we accepted each other, we might have been able to get along. Yes, perhaps so. Perhaps so, and yes mean the same thing.
Boy. Dad, how
you know, you think you could take the time to build an actual bridge instead of just using half a log?
This area has
Is it actually half a log? I never stopped to look at the bridge.
It's basically a log that looks like it's been cut in half, so each half is like next to each other, you know?
Oh, like a cut in half hot dog or something?
Yeah.
We are here by the
or
request
an open
of
hot
Colette's
dog bun, I
family.
guess would be another way.
They wish for you to help her.
I don't know the first difference
I'm
between
afraid even if Crucius crystals are an evolved form of X-Sphere, I still don't know the first thing about them. It'd be a better idea to ask a dwarf over in that Tithayala place.
Oh, so even you don't know anything about these?
Well, I mean, aren't there any other dwarves, or are they just you 2 dwarves, and it's a slow demise of your race? Which is it?
Well, all of them live back up on Deris Carlon, I
Stay here for the
suppose.
night to get some rest.
So you never see them.
Possibly.
I must politely decline.
Wait, do they stay on it when it leaves then, or what?
All right.
Probably. That would make sense as to why there aren't any
Wait.
more of them.
Are you really going back to Crucius?
So if the elves
I
came from
even
Darius
enjoy
Carl, where the
Crucius.
dwarves come from?
Then why didn't you follow Yggdrasil's orders?
I don't know. Maybe they both came from... Well, I don't know. They never really talk about dwarves.
To leave the Great Seed alone.
I had my reasons, but as a result, Martel was not lost. That goes along with Yggdrasil's wishes.
It's true then.
Lloyd,
What?
if you want to save the Chosen, you should research the records from the ancient Karlon War. Remember the words of the unicorn.
Wait. Why are you with Crucius when...
You're a human.
What is he trying to do?
Oh, look. It's
Yeah,
like
see?
2 different logs. Yeah.
I mean, you'd think he'd take the time just to build a bridge, you know?
Wasn't that Kratos just now?
He's a busy man. He has to make counterfeit statues for people.
Sheena! Yeah. He returned to Crucius.
I see. So he really is our enemy.
That's what I said.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome back.
Thanks. Thank goodness we stopped the giant tree.
Yeah.
You know, up until now, I've always hated my ability to make pacts with summoned spirits.
Oh.
Huh? Why?
Because I caused the death of countless people in my village due to my inexperience.
Oh.
And on top of that,
I mean, you knew
I'm
that.
not even from Mizuho to begin with.
We told you that already. This part we didn't know.
What do you mean?
I was abandoned as a child, just like Genus and Rain. Mizuho's chief found me by chance. Then I was sent off to the Summoned Spirit Research Laboratory as proof of Mizuho's loyalty to the kingdom.
They treated you like a bargaining chip.
Well, don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm not upset about that. The chief took really good care of me. I wanted to become a full-fledged summoner and make myself useful, for his sake as well.
I see.
But I ended up unleashing Volt and killed so many people, including Orochi and Kuchinawa's parents, and the chief fell into a coma. Even Corinne, the very first friend I ever had.
Cheer up, Sheena. It was because you can use summoned spirits that we were able to stop the giant tree.
Thanks.
I
But
think that's
everything
also what
happened because
caused
I
the
made a
giant
pact
tree.
with all the
Yeah,
summoned
man.
spirits.
Double-edged sword there.
That's the Renegade's fault.
I mean, you can't... Don't blame us. We're just
They
tools.
told us stuff without really knowing what they were talking about, so it's their fault. Let's leave it at that.
It's fucking... That's such a 17-year-old's response to it. It's not our fault even though we did the thing.
What?
But the whole thing started when we jumped to conclusions and started forming pacts with summoned spirits.
Well, yeah, but...
I know.
Are you trying to make me take responsibility for my actions? Because I don't like that.
By doing what we thought was right, countless people in Silverant lost their lives. I can never forget that. And I know you feel responsible for that even more than I do.
I actually didn't until you made me feel those feelings.
We bear the weight of countless people's sadness and anger,
Sorry
regrets,
to rebuild the win.
and unrealized dreams.
Yeah, we just need to grind some money to get the weapons.
I know.
I didn't put an
We
X
can't
gem
give up
level
until we've
4
turned that into hope.
onto Colette like I should have, so
Who knows?
I wasn't able to
Maybe
fully
your
grind out the
power to use
cash.
summoned spirits
Okay.
exists for that purpose.
I like to think so.
Excuse me. And now talking to everybody else is just gravy.
This whole time, Colette hid her suffering deep in her heart and always kept a smile on.
Yeah, and once again, I failed to notice.
She is a
Why
courageous
are the
girl.
flowers wiggling every so often?
Yeah, there's a breeze coming in through the window.
It takes tremendous strength to smile no matter how dire the situation.
It's always
Colette
windy here
hides
for
her
whatever
suffering
reason.
too much. It's okay for her to let her true feelings show.
She knows the power that words possess.
She knows that you don't like her.
Power of words?
Your will manifests
In a romantic
itself
way.
in the words you speak. Whether they be curses or words of joy, the soul of those words yields power.
I get it. Okay, and I'm gonna say it out loud right now. I will save Colette and both worlds.
Okay, we got it, Romeo. I don't really want to talk to everybody else, but I will. You must be tired. Have something to eat and go on to bed. I'm gonna stay up a little longer. I mean, it's
Hey,
like the middle of the
I want you
day.
to eat something. Go to bed.
He just like starts chasing him with a belt.
This area resembles Ozette.
Yeah.
I'm not even
entire
gonna
area
look
is
at you when I
surrounded by a
talk to you.
forest.
Lloyd, I heard about Chocolat.
And about
Oh.
Marble?
Yes,
And other things as well. Were you hurt by Chocolatte's hatred towards you?
Well,
Maybe.
yeah. It's definitely painful when someone hates you, even if I deserved it.
I see.
It was actually
But I'm
chocolate
going
she
to
was
do
talking about.
everything
It
I
actually
can
kind of
to
fits
make up
still.
for it, even if I don't ever make up for it completely.
I have Crohn's disease, so me and Chocolate don't get along.
Even if she never forgives you?
Whether or not you're forgiven isn't important. It's the effort that matters. At least, that's what I think.
Who's up here? Oh, it's you. It's always you. I'll come talk to her in a second.
Did you figure out where everyone else is at?
Yeah, they're all out here.
The problem is what to do now. We need to know how the two worlds were forced apart before we can figure out a way to save them.
How the worlds were forced apart. I also want to know why Yggdrasil split the world in two.
Don't you think it was to protect the Great Seed?
But because the worlds were pulled apart, that phase thing got shifted, and the Great Seed became unstable, right? And that's not really protecting her.
Lord, you manage to say something intelligent every now and then.
Every now and then?
The who, why, and how. That's what we need to know.
Right now, all we know is who.
It doesn't really matter. And you don't even really learn until the very end of the game while the world is split in two.
Lloyd, I feel like I'm starting to hate humans more and more.
Me too.
I'm sorry, Genus.
You don't have to apologize, Lloyd. I like
You're
you
a dwarf
as well as
after
the
all.
people of Esalia.
But
It's just that
I'm
when
not
I
actually a
think about
dwarf,
how there
Janus,
are
don't
lots
you?
of
You're a
people who
dwarf.
think just like the mayor.
Just like dead
It
pets
did.
there is.
I remember a lesson where the professor said that words exist in order for people to understand one another.
True.
What do you do about people who don't want to understand?
Genus.
I'm sorry.
You don't
I
murder
mean to
them,
take
you
it
little
out on you.
dictator.
I bet you lived a crappy, hard life so far.
Gee, you sure know how to cheer someone up.
Well, don't worry about it too much. So now what? Aren't you at your wit's end right about now?
Why do you say that?
The giant tree, which we thought was all good, goes nuts. Our cute little Colette comes down with some funky cold. It's just human nature to start getting tired of it all.
I'm never gonna give up. If I quit,
Never.
I'll never be able to face all the people who've suffered because of what I've done. So I'm gonna fight to the very end.
Hot-headed and stubborn as hell. Well, but I guess that's what I dig about you.